Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell them. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with the Hangout and Highlight session. So excited to have my guy, Coach Art, Coach B, Berlanga on with us. Man, an amazing guy. Blessed and fortunate to do some great things out there on the West Coast. And I'm just grateful that the big man has allowed us to cross paths. And I'm super excited to see his journey. I'm super excited to see the things that he's been blessed and fortunate to do and achieve and make a positive difference. And my goal is to just highlight him with this session, share his goodness with the world, and let you guys check out who he is. So first, Coach, thanks so much for taking the time to hang out with me on a Hangout and Highlight session.
Yay. Grateful to be here. Grateful to be here, Coach. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, let's dive into it, man. Like share with the audience, who you are, your journey, kind of your background, so they have an idea of who you are and what it is you do.
Yeah, I am going in year 19 as a football coach. I'm an educator as well, right? I'm a small town kid here. I grew up here in California, Central California to be exact, in a small town called Soledad, California, in the Monterey County. And yeah, just a hardworking guy, man, with two great parents who led by example and sacrificed and provided opportunities for myself that they didn't have growing up, right? And all those very things. So I'm just grateful, man, for my parents to kind of pave the way for us and level up in the way they leveled up, and for not only myself but my siblings, and just gave us opportunities, man, right? Just gave us opportunities growing up that they didn't necessarily have, but also gave us the same opportunities. Understand what hard work looked like every single day, right? Both my parents extremely hardworking, and just that daily example, what that looked like. And I'm a product of that environment, right? We're all products of the environment we grew up in, and I'm no exception. So, yeah, I fell in with sports early on. Coach fell with sports early on. Football, 3-sport athlete: football, basketball, track and field. High school and then college, I got to football, and I did track and field as well in college. And then had an opportunity to move on to the next level as a student athlete, and I did that at Colorado Mesa University, and had a great career, had a great time. The best time of my young adult life was college ball, as I'm sure a lot of guys can attest to, right? And then shortly after my playing career came to an end, I got into coaching. And man, I once read that the two most important days of your life is the day you are born and the day you find out why, right? Yeah. And I know what my calling is in life, man. I know my purpose, and that is to give back to the young men of this generation, so they could be better, the best versions of themselves, and then create an environment for them to become the best versions of themselves. So yeah, man, that's a little bit about my background there, Coach.
That's awesome. So talk to us about where you are now. And the importance of that.
Okay.
Let's hit on that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm currently at Hartnell Community College in Salinas, California, my alma mater. That's where I played JUCO football. And man, I came here. My first stop at Hartnell Community College was in 2013 as an assistant coach, a volunteer coach at that. And I remember my experience at the JUCO level was man, I got to get back here. But the next time I get back here, I want to be the one leading from the front, right? I want to be the head coach. I was not sure what that looked like. I didn't have any head coaching experience at that time. I was an assistant coach for 10 years before I got my first opportunity to be a head football coach at the high school level. But man, I tell you what, the junior college is it's just an opportunity, a level that I think I really thrive at. And it really highlights a lot of my strengths as a coach and as a communicator, as an educator as well. So Hartnell Community College is I'm going to year one as a head football coach, right? Came into fruition. I never saw this coming this early. I never thought I saw it coming to begin with at all, Coach, to be honest, because the guy that I worked for when I was an assistant coach back in 2013 through 2017 was a guy named Matt Collins, who was the head coach at Hartnell at that time, Hall of Famer, was just inducted to the California Community College Hall of Fame this past summer. He'll be inducted in March at the ceremonies here in Southern California. But I worked under him, and I wasn't expecting him to step down or retire. I thought he had another handful of years left, to be honest with you, man. But hey, preparation meets opportunity, and I've been preparing myself up until now. When this opportunity came about, man, and I'm so fortunate. I'm so grateful to add my piece to the traditions and the high decorated football program that is Hartnell Community College.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome that you talked about and show appreciation for those that have come before you too. It's always great when we can take those things that we've learned from others pouring into us and then use those to be a blessing to others. Hit on that a little bit, because I think that like you're all about that, right? So hit on that a little bit.
Yeah, it just, man, oftentimes we want certain things or we ask for certain things, and in the moment we don't get it. And then at that time you think like, man, why not me? Why is this happening to me? It's very easy to play that victim card, right? To feel sorry for yourself. And how come I'm not getting certain opportunities that other guys are getting, either in my realm or industry or my age group or my experience bracket? But man, one thing I've learned about the Lord is you want to make him laugh, man, tell him your plans. You know what I mean? You want to make him chuckle, tell him your plans. And his plans are always on time, always on time. So in the moment, we might not necessarily understand as to why, but then as we all know, hindsight's 2020, where we look back and reflect, like, nah, man, he's been preparing me all along. He's been preparing me all along with the people I had to meet, the environments I had to go into, either bring value to or change or adapt to, right? And just that learning curve individually, and not relying on my own understanding of how this world works, but relying on his understanding and how this world works, right? So that's where I get my peace from. That's where I get my direction from. That's where I get my clarity from. So all great things come with time, right? Anything of worth value always takes time.
Yes, sir. I've known you over the years. I'm grateful that you said yes to be a part of the Impact of Influence book series. Truly grateful for that. Honored to have you be a part of that. To me, I think that you're a high caliber, high quality guy with a lot of energy and juice, right? And love and passion for what you do. And man, I truly love that. And so, just knowing who you are, seeing the things that you do, but how you do what you do, right? There's a difference. Come on, there's a difference. Man, I would be honored to have my son be coached by you, right? And so kind of just hit on that, man. I know, people are, sending, looking for recruiting, ways and looking at places to send their kids. But I'm just going to say, I don't think, man, it's not too many guys that's in the profession that's as good as dude as you, man. And so, why should you think parents should send their kids to Hartnell to be coached by Coach B, man? Let them know, man.
I once heard a coach I work with, a veteran coach. He said, football is man class. This is man class. So what I tell parents now when it comes to recruiting, when they're on the fence as far as should I send my son across the country to California to play for you, or even a kid locally, why they want to play for Coach B, Coach Berlanga, is you might send him in as a boy, but he's going to leave a man, right? He's going to leave a man. And my job is to prepare them for life, coach, right? We all know less than 7% make it onto the 4-year level, right? Less than 7. So my job, if I have a roster full of 100 dudes on my team, 100 guys on my team, only 6 are moving on to the next level. Only 6. So what am I doing with the other 94 guys in that locker room? It's my job. I have failed them as their coach if I didn't prepare them for life, or I haven't prepared them for that transition, life after football. Because as we all know, coach, we've been around the block a few times, man. And there's certain guys we grew up with. There's certain guys that are our teammates, right? And they have never recovered life after football or life after sports, right? And that mental challenge, that mental block, and that transition of what you used to identify as is no longer there. So now what kind of value do I bring to this earth or this world now? Because I'm no longer athlete is no longer attached to my name anymore. So then what's my worth now? And that's my job to help them with that transition, give them the facts on what that looks like, and the hard reality that is life after football. Whether you want to know it or not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you the information so you can make the best decision moving forward when your time is up. Because as we all know, Coach, football or sports in general will quit you long before you quit the sport. Yes, sir.
I love it, man. So good. So good. Well, what I want to do, man, is just maybe throw a couple words or phrases out at you, and you just talk about um, what comes to mind or to heart when you hear these phrases. You good with that? Have a
Let's
little
do it.
fun here.
Let's
All
rock.
right, let's go. Let's go. Hard work works.
There's no substitution for hard work. There are two people in this world, in this life: those who watch and those who work.
Boom. Okay. All right. The other word I want to give you, my man, and this is, I always pause before I give people this one. I'm gonna lean into you and say, "Hey, this is the good one right here. This is the good one." So this one I want to give you is legacy.
What good is it to lead my generation if I can't lead my home? That's legacy. Home. How do you lead your home? Get your home in order. Legacy.
Man, give us some more on that. We got to hear some more on that. Dive deeper into that for us.
So when I look at my two children, I have an 8-year-old son and a 5-year-old daughter. And I want them to get to a place to where when they grow up, I'm leaving a legacy or wealth of generational wealth when it comes to relationships, not money, not things you can burn and pick and tear up with your hand, right? That the world may value, but I'm here to bring value to relationships. So what I mean by that is when my son or daughter cross some paths with somebody, either a former student, a former player of mine, a former coach, say, hey, little Arthur, hey, Mana, I got you because your dad had me. Your dad had my back. Your dad poured into me, made an impact and influenced my life. Now it's my turn to pay it forward, and I'm going to do it with you. So to me, that's generational wealth. To me, that is legacy.
You know, it's so good that you broke that down. I'm glad that you went there with it. You know, just hearing you say that, like I'm a product of that too, right? Like I'm a fourth generation educator, and there's been people that have taken care of me. Like I had an opportunity to be a head coach in my hometown, right? And so there's so many people in my hometown that took care of me because not because of me. I'm pretty sure it's not because of me. It's because of what my mom or my grandmother did for them and their families, and then they looked out for me. And just like you said, man, I've strived to do that, and it's a blessing when we can live a life where, like, I'm actually able to see people love my son because I love them.
Powerful. Powerful.
Man, it's nothing better than that. Like teachers, his teachers that really love him. You know, like he had this coach that I worked with for a long time was his freshman math teacher, and she like really loved him. You know, like poured into him, always asked about him, made sure he was on point. Like just man, it's a blessing to have that.
100%.
Yes, sir. Well, man, as we close, I'd love for you to get an opportunity to share with the audience where they can go follow you, check you out, show you some love with all the amazing things you have going on.
Yeah, they can follow me on social media. The platforms on either X or Twitter, whatever we want to call it these days, right? And IG is my handle is at Coach A as an Apple A Berlanga at Coach A Berlanga. You can find me on my social media platforms, and I'm pretty active on there, as you know, Chip. Right? I'm pretty active on
Yes,
there.
sir.
So, and that's one thing too. I think, Chip, that I want to make sure I'm intentional about that, because every single player or parent that comes across my page, and before they make a commitment to come play for me at this level, they know exactly what kind of coach they're getting, and they know exactly what kind of man they're going to be around and they're getting for their sons, right? So I'm very transparent about that. I'm very open about that. And before you even sign a letter of intent or enroll in classes and be part of our football program, you know exactly what you're going to get from me, and I have nothing to hide. It's all out there, and let's rock and roll, man. Let's go to work and let's become the best versions of ourselves every single day.
I love it, man. Well, Coach, I wish you continued success. And I'm gonna say this on air. I've said this to you, but I'm gonna say it on air. Is there ever anything I can do to help and be a support of you? You got me, brother. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my man. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And thank you guys for checking out this session. We'll see you next time. God bless.
Go get it.